Okay, good morning to everyone. Nikhil Nas coming to you live from Kandy in Sri Lanka. Okay, what you can see behind me right now is a weather full of clouds. It's so cloudy, you can barely see the mountains also. If you remember, I did a live yesterday from here, and you could see a lot more of those mountains behind me. Now you can't. So it's been cloudy, clouds have come down quite a bit, and as of now, it's drizzling a lot, right? So let me first get you to see these visuals. Just have a look at them and see the amount of cloud behind me and how much it's raining. It is drizzling, which is why I'm slightly indoors right now. If you remember, yesterday I was doing live from right outside. I can't be standing outside right now because it's drizzling, and that's how it has been for some time now. Okay, Jay is saying nice view for a morning coffee. I've got my coffee here, give me a second. Coffee mug is here. I'm gonna keep it. And okay. So yeah, to give you an idea about the weather, I know all of you want a detailed weather report, and I'm going to give you that detailed weather report. Right now, as I said, the pictures are doing the talking. That's why I allowed you some time to just have a uninterrupted view of the images that you're seeing in Kandy. So it's been raining since morning here in Kandy. Uh, I'll give you the quick weather update according to the Met Department. I just looked at the local update here on Sri Lanka's websites, various websites which are not globally available, but I mean, you can check it out from anywhere in the world. But they specifically talk about Sri Lankan weather. So I did have a look at those. And what it says is that there is in this region, it's called the central region of Sri Lanka, there is going to be rain in the morning. And as predicted, there is rain right now in the morning here. It has been raining. There is rain expected at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 in the noon, and 1 o'clock in the afternoon also. Little bit rain expected, slight drizzles. But around 2 it should then clear up. The match starts at 3 o'clock. So according to the weather update, the match should then start on time at 3 o'clock Sri Lankan time, which is also 3 o'clock Indian Standard Time. So then it should start on time. Then there is prediction of rain somewhere in the middle of the game, once or twice, but not too long showers, very slight drizzle. Maybe the players go off, maybe they don't, but happens only for a very brief while during the course of the game. But larger part of the rain or the heavier rain is expected towards the night, somewhere around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or somewhere around that time it's expected. Before that, even the weather update for Pallekele is suggesting that there will not be too much rain. So you get to see the match start on time. Then there may be a few weather interruptions in the middle here and there, not very long, little bit. And then the game should continue. And maybe right at the end in the night time, about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, which is, let's say, the second half of the second inning, maybe the second inning gone on to about 35 overs or somewhere around there, there is a likelihood of heavier rain. So that's the dangerous bit, which is why I think Duckworth Lewis is going to be very, very important, which is why as I did the video yesterday where I said batting first could be the way to go here in a high pressure game in the slow pitch that is here. That will be the right thing to do. But now with this weather update, I think most teams are going to be wary and they might look to chase, because as you know, Duckworth Lewis system keeps changing. It can make a huge difference to your approach and to your target. And so on and so forth. So that is why I think toss becomes important, and more people would think on these lines, and captains might just think of chasing. So that is what the weather app is saying right now. As I said, right now you can see completely cloudy behind me. Let me give you a bit higher view as well. There you see, you could see the sky. It's only gray. There is no sign of sun at all here. It's completely gray, right? So that's how it's looking in Kandy. Now, where is Pallekele? Pallekele is right behind those hills that you see. So I'm in the big town Kandy. Pallekele is a very small district, not too many hotels to say. That's why teams as well as journalists, commentators, all of them are staying in the town of Kandy. We are in a town of Kandy. You can see even the lake behind me. You can see the water right there. There's a long lake. It runs long like that. Kind of, if I could say, Sri Lanka's version of Nainital. It kind of looks like that. If you've been to Nainital, there's a lake and the hill town is settled around it. Kandy is pretty much like that. So Pallekele, where the match is going to happen, is on that side of the hill. And now I'm going to give you a very important information. I told you what the weather app is saying. Now, if you take a look at the weather for Kandy, if you look at weather for Pallekele, I just told you what it's saying. If you look at the weather of Kandy, it is pretty much the same. Little bit of rain in the morning, then no rain, then maybe rain around 1 and 2 in the afternoon, then no rain from 3 o'clock when the match starts, but then rain, maybe slight showers somewhere around 5-6 p.m., not too much, and then a heavy amount of rain in the night from 9-10 or somewhere around that time, or maybe even slightly after that. That's what the Kandy weather is also saying. Now, this is where I think lies a very important point, because Pallekele weather and Kandy weather, it's saying the same thing, which it can't be. I've been here 2 days, and the weather in Kandy, where I am, where it's raining right now, and weather in Pallekele is very, very different. So I think because Kandy is a big town, the satellite measurement or whatever measurement you do mostly is centered around big towns. So I think the weather that you see for Pallekele is effectively weather of Kandy that is shown on website. So if you see a lot of rain on the weather apps, websites, wherever you're seeing, then don't worry, because Pallekele, as I explained to you, is right behind those hills, and that's a rain shadow area. So yesterday there was some sort of forecast in Kandy for rain while I was here yesterday, and it was raining in Kandy. But when I was in Pallekele, I was there from 3 in the afternoon to about 10 o'clock at night. It did not rain in Pallekele. Very slight drizzle, which did not even need the ground staff to bring the covers on. So it did not rain. Same thing happened on the day I arrived here. It was raining in Kandy. In fact, it was raining from Colombo to Kandy in my entire journey. And I thought the match won't be on, but then I was checking the score. The Sri Lanka-Bangladesh game was on. So this is the important bit, that while people can keep saying that, on our app it's showing that a lot of rain in Pallekele, there's less chance of rain in Pallekele compared to Kandy, and most of the weather apps will give you the update of Kandy and not in specific to Pallekele. Okay, so that's the first thing. And even if it rains in Pallekele, the app is saying that the game should start in time. Even if I take the app's prediction, the game should start in time. You may get slight showers in the middle, a short interruption in the middle of the game, once or twice, short interruptions. Then the game pretty much carries on, and then rain around after 9:30, 10 or somewhere around that time. So that is one thing. And now to explain why there is less rain in Pallekele compared to Kandy, because as I said, it's on the other side of the mountain, and that's the rain shadow area. Just to explain in layman's term what a rain shadow area is and why a rain shadow area gets less rain and Pallekele is in the rain shadow area. That's because, like I give you an example, Indian example, Mumbai and Pune. Mumbai gets a lot more rain than Pune because Pune falls in the rain shadow area, which means there are ghats, the western ghats. When the clouds come from the ocean, bringing all the moisture together, they are kind of stopped by the ghats to go to the other side. And so when they collide with the mountains, most of the rain falls towards the Bombay side and Pune gets less rain. It's exactly the same. A lot of moisture in the cloud the wind brings, they stay around these mountains, and the rain happens this side of the mountain, so you get a lot more rain in Kandy and very less rain on the other side in Pallekele. So that is what is the rain shadow area. That is why Pallekele gets less rain than Kandy. So don't necessarily go with all the app predictions, Met Department predictions. Pallekele could still get less rain. And even if you go with those predictions, there is a likelihood that you will get a game. It could be interrupted by rain showers, but be assured you'll get a full game. That means minimum of 20 overs you will get for both sides. This is my assessment, having been here for 2 days. So that's one thing to look forward to, and I think that's one piece of good news. The other thing I really want to tell you is that in Pallekele, I was there yesterday. Two things related to the weather I'm going to tell you. Very important information. One, that Pallekele has those covers that can cover the entire ground. So they will cover the entire ground. You don't see that much in India. Only one ground in India does that. That's Eden Gardens in Calcutta. Rest of the places in India, you see that the outfield is not covered. Only the center area, the 30-yard circle sometime, or the main square is covered. So when the rain comes, that is covered, but you have to wait and dry the rest of the field, and then only play starts. In Pallekele, they've got covers for the entire ground, not only the center area, not only the central pitch. The entire ground is covered by covers. They have those plastic blue colored cover, and they have a massive amount of ground staff. I don't think I've seen so much ground staff in any other international ground. So many people working on the ground, and as soon as the rain comes, a lot of people that are working on the ground, they will be ready on the side, and they bring the entire covers there, and the full ground gets covered, which means those couple of passing showers that I mentioned, which will stop the game briefly, as soon as the rain stops, you can start again. You don't have to wait to dry it, because as I said, they have covers which cover the entire ground. So that's another important bit of information which tells me that you will get to see a game. It could be a shortened game, but an official international match you will get to see. That means you will get to see a result between India versus Pakistan with some minor interruptions here and there. The other thing, yesterday when I was there was no dew at all. I went to the field, I was there in the night, I kept observing from 6 p.m. to around 10 p.m. That's when the dew really settles in. There was no dew at all at the ground. So that's another piece of good news, because sometimes with dew, toss becomes very important, and the game is decided on the basis of toss. Every one of you, whether you're joining me from India or Pakistan, want to see a good game. You want to see the better team win, team with better skills win. So for that, you would want that it's an even contest. And so that update I'll give you, that no dew I saw yesterday, though that's not a guarantee there will be no dew today, because certain times you have, on certain days you get dew, certain days you don't. But yesterday it was a cloud cover. Whenever there's cloud cover, the dew doesn't settle in. That is why probably there was no dew. Today also, as I said, whether it rains or not, it's expected to be cloudy, and whenever it's cloudy, then the dew does not set in. It's clear skies that you get to see a lot of dew. So today also expect less dew, which is good news for both teams. So that's the latest weather update from Kandy. As I speak, you saw that it was so cloudy earlier. It is still cloudy, but the sun is also out. So the sun is trying to play hide and seek with the clouds. And you can see a bit here, like there's the sky, completely gray, but the sun is trying to peep out from that side a little bit. So which is why you get to see a little bit of sun behind me. Okay, I see a lot of you commenting, Rohit will do this, Virat will do that. All of them were in great mood. I was there at the practice session. Both teams were in great mood, practicing next to each other. I've done exclusive videos explaining what happened. It was a rare sight. Both teams next to each other, practicing together, meeting each other. I've done a lot of those videos that are up on Sports Today, so do check out. A lot of people talking about combinations. I discussed it with Harbhajan Singh and Sunny Gavaskar, also up on Sports Today. So plenty of very interesting comments about the match that you're talking about. Do check those videos out that I've done. For the moment, I'll be signing off. I'll see you next time during the day from the ground in the afternoon or so. I think I should be there around 12:30 in the afternoon, a good 2-3 hours before the match starts. So my next live comes up from the ground in Pallekele. I'll give you the latest information. For the moment, please subscribe to Sports Today if you haven't already. It's just the start of the Asia Cup. Plenty of good matches coming. I'll be here throughout the tournament. And for all the updates, do subscribe and press that bell icon, because then I know every time there is a live update, I'll be coming live, and you'll also get to know that the live video is coming up. So thank you so much, guys. I see Kushi is joining. So it's a good way of explaining. Thank you so much. Akhil says, I'll just take a few. Both Nikhil and Vikrant are North Indian lobby promoters. Always say bad about South players. I never saw things like North versus South. Akhil, you are close to Nikhil, but you're not quite there. And that's why you're thinking like that. I never think like that. A lot of people on my feed sometimes tell me I defend KL Rahul a lot. Is he a North Indian player? A lot of people sometimes tell me I defend Shreyas Iyer. Is he a North Indian player? So I don't know where you get this idea from. Some of my favorite players come from south of India. I share a very good rapport with a lot of them. Rahul Dravid, Anil Kumble, all come from south. I share a very good relationship with them. Always admired them. I covered them when they were playing. Before I started covering cricket, one of my favorite players was Gundappa Vishwanath, comes from the south. So please, I do not see myself as north, south. I don't know how you guys see it or how you bring out those connections. Because I criticize players sometimes, I praise players sometimes, but I never do it basis of where they are from. I do it on the basis of what I see. Okay. Vineet is saying 3 spinners or 2. I think the conditions dictate that you should have 3 spinners. If there is a spin-friendly track anywhere in the world, then it is here in Pallekele. If you're not going to play 3 spinners here, I don't think you'll play 3 spinners anywhere. Then that will give you an idea about how the Indian team is thinking. But even if they go with 3 fast bowlers, I don't think it's a bad option. I know everyone is saying get batting at 8, get batting at 8. I have a completely different opinion, that I would have my 5 best bowlers play. 5 best bowlers. If batting has to get me runs, then top 7 have to get it. I'm not going to rely on a number 8. Let the owners be on top 7, get me the runs, whether chasing, batting first, and win the game. So I am of that opinion. Let the best bowlers play. And for me, the best bowlers are Bumrah, Shami, Siraj, Kuldeep Yadav, Ravindra Jadeja. If I was captain, I would get these 5 to play. Best bowlers, chad ke khelo. You just have to play and intimidate the other team. That these are my 5 best bowlers. They will attack you every time. No respite. No time for you to look at some weakling. Nothing. Best bowlers all the time going at you full throttle. 6 bowling option in Hardik Pandya. Full attacking. No little bit here. Some overs Hardik, some overs Akshar will do or Shardul will do. I'll mix and match. No, 5 good strong bowlers. Go with them. And 7 batters. Told them bat according to your batting strength. Bat according to knowing the fact that you have batting till 7. Play like that. That is my opinion. But it's quite likely that the Indian team will get a bowling all-rounder at number 8. That means one of the fast bowler between Siraj and Shami will sit out, and then either Shardul or Akshar Patel will play. Those of you asking me about rain status, go and check the video out at the start. I've given a very detailed explanation of how the weather is going to be like, which will give you an idea. But there's a lot of good news in that. So if you're joining me now, check the video out from the start. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone who's joining me. I see a lot of Sri Lankan viewers also join me. Some are saying it's raining in Pallekele. Some are saying it's not raining in Pallekele. That's what it happens here. Huh? The rain, the good thing is in Pallekele, the rain is never very heavy. At least yesterday, it was very slight drizzle. Sometimes the drizzle was so less that you didn't even need to put cover. I was doing lives. I didn't even need to shut my camera or anything like that. Okay, take care. See you later. Long day coming up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Bye-bye.